wait a minute, after just about 2 minutes the furnace quit working again. I thought I'd fixed it. So what we're going to do now is check for spark and a fuel supply. So to do that is, this is a transformer here, and to get this you got to flip that up, and there's two clips back here. See them? You just clip one there, there's one on the other side there, and then this whole thing just flips out. Now we're going to take a look at the burning mechanism in there. To do that, you unscrew this pipe here, and you unscrew that pipe down there slightly. Hang on. Unscrew this pipe slightly, just so this can move backwards and forwards without having to, actually bend the pipe itself. Then this is just a thumb screw here. You unscrew that simply. There we go. And this whole unit's supposed to just come out, I think. Let's have a look here. A bit wiggling. Okay. And with a little bit wiggling, you get the arcing, sparking and the jet nozzle there. Now these electrodes should be about 1/8 of an inch apart, which they look to be. And that nozzle looks quite, I don't know. I'm going to replace this nozzle because I don't think that the fuel is getting through. So give it a clean up, make sure these electrodes are clean, and then reassemble it and see what happens. So what I'm going to do next, I'm going to check and see if the actual pump is working. So to do that, we can close this back up. There we go. And then I'm going to put a pipe on the end of there, going to a jar, and see if it will pump heating diesel fuel through it, because it should. That's what's supposed to happen. So we'll get that set up. Now we've got this rubber hose going to a jar from the gun pipe here. So we'll turn on. Liquid coming down there. No liquid at all coming down there, and that's where it should be. It should be going into there. So let's just double check on that. Okay, that's totally dry. So that tells us that there's no fuel getting pumped into the combustion chamber here. It should go there into the combustion chamber. So the next thing to do is, I believe there's a filter on the end of this fuel pump. So I'll take that off and see if it's clogged up, because there's no liquid coming through at all. Oh, the next thing to do actually would be to double check my work on the filter back there. So what I've done now is I've came back to the inline fuel filter, and I'm going to take the pressure off here and see if there's any air stuck in the line, or if there is indeed fuel coming through. Okay. There we go. So there's no fluid coming through that filter, so I need to take it off and see what's going on here, rather than take the whole furnace to bits. It's just like electricity. If you've got no power supply, guess what? There's another one here, and that seems like a different size, oddly enough. Okay, so we'll open this. Well, I took this bulb off here, this bowl, and looked at the filter. The filter's totally dry, even with the fuel oil turned on. So that suggests to me that perhaps we don't have enough fuel in the tank. We're going to order a bit more and test it out. Now we can reassemble all this and see what happens next. I've reset the electrodes here, cleaned the nozzle out, so that should be alright. Now we just have to put it back into the burning area. this here sticks through a hole in the side of that. So like there we go. There we go. So it's all set in there. Next thing you do is you put this screw on, making sure that this flat area goes against the case. If you put the recessed area against the case, you'll have a hard time making your coupling connection from this pipe here. So here we go. You don't have to put it on tight at all. I mean, yeah, you have to put it on tight, just not too tight is the thing, just a quick cinch, as they say. Okay, once we got this guy on, then we can bring this tube around here and reconnect it to there. This tube here, the feeder tube from the pump, goes into here. We'll cinch that one up too. Okay, the fuel's going through here, so make sure it's fairly tight. And the wrench I'm using to tighten this is 7/16. There you go, not too tight but tight enough so you're not going to have fuel flying everywhere. And do the other side here. So now I've got this pipe connected, I've got the burning unit in place. Now we can close this. These little clips on the side. Everything's back together now, it's ready to run. The only thing now is we're going to get some more fuel oil. I have a feeling that it might be below the level of where the pipe comes into the house. So what we'll do is we've ordered some more fuel oil. Not much, just to see what works. Alright, I'll keep you posted. Thanks for watching. This is John, the non-furnace guy, trying to fix the furnace. You don't know till you try, do you? Anyhow, thanks for watching. Progress report. So we put another 100 gallons in here, and when I took this bulb off here, there was no fuel coming through from the oil tank. So what I'm going to do now is take off this little nipple here and try and blow this line out and see if that helps with the aid of this little compressor. Using the compressor to blow out the fuel line back to the tank didn't encourage any fuel to flow because there's a two-line system, I think. So what I'm going to do next is use this little vacuum pump and see if I can suck the fuel through that way. I used this little hand pump and I was able to suck some fuel through. That's a great sign. And how I did it was I attached it to this connector there. That's the only connector I could get to and have that pump work. So let's see what happens now. We'll turn on the power and see if it fires up or is able to suck the fuel through. So I've turned the furnace on and it appears to be working. Or it was appearing to be working the last time, but obviously the fuel wasn't getting through. That's a deep grunt. I don't know if I'm not a HVAC guy, but it sounds kind of weird. Maybe I'll buy a new nozzle for the burner. What? It's working. Can you believe that? It took forever to figure out. A lot of thinking about the job, and of course it's just a simple thing when you think about it, but sometimes you kind of panic and go, oh, it's too complex. Well, not in this case. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.